All right, and we are back in the lobby bar for the week of July the 24th, 2023. Brian and Michaela here with you on our way in to see Oppenheimer. It's going to be a good time or a sad, terrifying time. I don't know for sure.
It's
The
going to be
reviews
a
on it,
dramatic time, that's for sure.
it is
Very
going to be
dramatic.
it's going to be dramatic, it's going to be traumatic, it's going to be all the addicts. But people seem to really be liking it. They were making their way out to the theater to see it this weekend. We're getting out to see it this afternoon. Pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about it. But before we get into that excitement, we have some other exciting stuff. I want to welcome Matt, our newest Patreon patron. Thank you so much for joining us over on Patreon and showing some support to the podcast. We really appreciate that. Got bonus content. I'm assuming Matt joined because he wants to get in on the Barbie bonus episode we're doing this week. That's my best guess. But thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are going to be covering Barbie on our Patreon for the month of, what month is this? July. That's right. So, or is it
Is it?
August that we're doing it? I
In
can't
fact,
remember.
I don't
It's
know. We're doing
one
it
of the
this
two
week.
months. Maybe we'll do two. I
Take
don't
your
know.
take your pick. We have Barbie coming. I'm gonna force Michaela to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for one coming up too. So there's a bunch of good stuff coming to everyone on Patreon. So if you want more information on that, it's patreon.com/drink the movies. Go check it out. It's a great way to support the podcast. And extra special thank you to Matt. And there's even more excitement going on. Michaela, you just took a trip out of town to Lake Lure, North Carolina, which is
I
where they
did.
filmed Dirty Dancing. I'm assuming that's why you picked there to go. But I don't
Yes.
know. Tell everyone about your trip, about all the fun things that you saw, the beauty of Western North Carolina, and about
Yeah.
that mead you were drinking.
Yeah. Oh man. So the trip was amazing. If you've not been to that area, just go watch Dirty Dancing, and that's exactly what it's like. It was so pretty.
It apparently
Um,
looks like upstate New York or something, I guess. So,
it does actually. We have been to the Finger Lakes together to check out some amazing wineries up there, and I have to say, it's the closest thing without a 12-hour drive. One
without
thing
the
that this
snow, less
has.
snow.
And less snow. Yeah, that's true. One thing that it has that I don't know if the Finger Lakes up in New York has is Fae Nectar, which is this amazing meadery. It's pretty new, and
Mm.
it's in a little town called Chimney Rock, which sounds really quaint and beautiful. And there's a really cool state park there where you can climb basically this cavern of death. My husband, who's terrified of heights, actually climbed to almost the tippy top. I was very proud of him. And so he deserved some serious alcohol afterwards to celebrate. We loved this place. It's called Fae Nectar, Fae Nectar, and we're going to tag them on all the things. They have this beautiful space. It's right next to the Flowering Bridge, which is an entire bridge made of flowers and all sorts of greenery. It's absolutely beautiful this time of year. This space is really special. It's very like medieval-esque. You have like
Yeah.
fairies going around, and you've got like all this they have like not jousting tournaments, but they've got like a silver, like a blacksmith in the back. They have these really cool like festivals that they do, and it's going to be this outdoor space as well as this really cool meadery. They have non-alcoholic options. My son actually loved their like they make this hibiscus kombucha thing, which sounds like a kid would not enjoy that. My son asked 3 times to go back. This place is the real deal, and it's amazing. And so I took a bunch of pictures and I sent them all to you because I
You
was
did.
like, this place is so cool.
Yeah, you rubbed it in that I was not there participating in Dirty Dancing reenactments and
That's
drinking
right.
mead, but it did look delicious, and that got me thinking about mead a little bit, Michaela. So that's what I wanted to talk about here today in the lobby bar a little bit. Were you familiar with mead much before going to Fae Nectar?
Yes, because I go to Renaissance festivals because I'm that kind of a nerd.
Okay.
And so in Texas, they have this really big one, and Texas was real proud of everything they do. And so that was the first time I had mead, was probably 10 years ago at the Texas Renaissance Festival. But I didn't realize, I didn't know much about how it's made or how it's different than wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a fairly intelligent person, so maybe we should go over that because I do feel like there are some important differences.
Yeah, for sure. So mead often is called honey wine. It's basically just honey and water that gets fermented, and boom, you have this honey flavored wine. It's going to range in ABV, kind of depending on how you want to make it. But most of like the commercial ones you see now are roughly like wine strength ish, right? Like 15 to 20%, kind of on like that dessert wine sort of train kind of thing. And yeah, they're delicious. They're very light and airy. You get this hint of the honey, which is why if you go to a place like Western New York or places that do a lot of like beekeeping and natural like fauna and flora. It's going to impart a lot of those flavors into the meads, which is delicious. And then obviously, people now are doing a bunch of like crazy stuff with different flavors and things. Hibiscus, like you mentioned, and strawberry, and all sorts of things, all sorts of things. But mead is really good. It's really great if you are living that gluten-free lifestyle sort of thing, because there's no gluten in it. So that's a really good option. And you can use mead in some cocktails. So check this out, Michaela. I found this website. It's called the Uncorked Librarian. The Uncorked Librarian seems to be awesome. Also seems to be from North Carolina and has a bunch of really cool mead recipes. So here's this first one. I'm just going to rattle this off real quick because this sounds amazing. It's like a mead version of Pim Cup. It's barrel-aged hibiscus mead, dry gin, Angostura bitters, and some sparkling lemonade. Throw some strawberries, lemon, cucumber in that. That's like a mead Pim's Cup. That sounds amazing, right? That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So if you have that, go ahead and check it out, and we'll put the link to the website here, the Uncorked Librarian, down in the comments. So check it out. But the one I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, because this should be pretty easy to get. You should be able to find this in your local well-stocked liquor or beer store or wine store, something like that. But this is an orange blossom margarita. So you're gonna make this just like you would your regular margarita. So 1.5 ounces of silver tequila. 1.5 ounces of lime juice, 2 ounces of orange blossom mead, and then garnish with a lime wedge and some salt on your rim if you are living that lifestyle, and sip and enjoy. So basically, the mead is taking the place of like that triple sec or that orange liqueur that you get in your margarita. So it's a little bit kind of thinner in body than like a top shelf margarita. So this one's really excellent, like on the rocks, outside when it's blazing hot outside. This sounds delicious. I'm very excited to try this little orange blossom mead take on the margarita.
Yeah, no, this sounds amazing, because I think that when it's really hot outside, sometimes the triple sec that you can use, depending on the kind that you get, can be very syrupy, and this sounds a little bit lighter, like you say. So yeah, this sounds great. I'm very excited because it is still really hot here, and this is going to quench the old thirst.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So give that a try. Let us know what you think. And you mentioned it is very hot here. And you know where else it's hot? That is at the box office. We had Oppenheimer and Barbie. Both came everyone's way this week. Leading the weekend was Barbie, as we hypothesized, $155 million. It was the biggest opening weekend, I think, of the year so far, potentially. Good on you, Barbie there. Oppenheimer made $80 million. And you know how much money that is? That is enough to pay the writers and actors what they deserve to be paid. So go out there and do that, all you executives out there. So Oppenheimer, we're going to see today. Very excited about it. We're doing Barbie on Wednesday. We're not doing like the doubleheader. I saw a lot of people were doing them like back to back, and that's like, I don't know, like 17 hours of being in a movie theater. I don't live that life, but very excited to go check these out. Do you have high hopes or anything about Barbie, Oppenheimer?
I have high hopes that I have high hopes that the executives will pull their thumb out and figure this out, so that writers and actors can get paid what they rightfully deserve, instead of people sitting in an ivory tower somewhere. You know who I'm talking about. And but I do think, let's see, I think we definitely picked the right order to watch this in, because we're gonna do Oppenheimer first, and we're gonna finish it off with some pink girl power gloriousness. And I think that's probably how it should be done, because I have all eyes that Oppenheimer is going to be probably one of the most seriously contested Oscar films of the year. I mean, it's getting really good reviews, but it's very, it's very adult. It's really tough content, I think, when you're talking about the opportunity to end the entire world. And it's a true story. Barbie, as much as we maybe want her to be a reality, this is not. It's a lot of good fun, and I'm really excited to see that. So I think we're doing it in the right order, and I think both of them are going to be very enjoyable. That's the word.
and
I don't know.
enjoy
I'm
Menable.
not able to
Enjoy
speak
Menable.
proper words yet. I
No,
haven't
that's
had
right.
enough.
You had too much mead today
Too
is
much
what
meat.
happened. That's exactly right. So yeah, looking forward to those. Oppenheimer is going to be coming on our main show this week. Barbie is going to be coming as our Patreon exclusive for the month. So keep an eye out for both of those. And what do we got coming out to the box office this weekend, Michaela? 35th anniversary of Heathers. That's exciting. Go out and check that out to get prepared because little birdie told me that we are going to be talking about that next week on the podcast. And we also have Haunted Mansion coming out this week. Haunted Mansion was a movie way back. I had to look this up, Michaela. 2003. It's been 20 years since that Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion movie came out. This movie apparently doesn't have anything to do with that. It's kind of a new telling of a Haunted Mansion story. I don't know. It's probably going to be real dumb, but I'm real excited to see this because check this out, Michaela. This is your cast for the new Haunted Mansion. Jamie Lee Curtis, Rosario Dawson, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Dan Levy, Lakeith Stanfield. I don't. Jamie Lee Curtis and Danny DeVito in the same movie at the same time in a Haunted Mansion. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Color me excited for this. I'm definitely going to watch this. It's going to be horrible and horribly awesome all at the same time.
Maybe it will be horrible. I mean, I will say, I first of all, thanks for the slap in the face that movie is the Eddie Murphy version is 20 years old. That is insane.
It
I
is
cannot
fact.
believe that's true. Wow. So now I need a definitely another Fae Nectar to deal with that. But I do think I have higher hopes for this one than I had for the Eddie Murphy one, to be honest. And I found that one to be fairly entertaining, actually. If you really like the ride and you love the idea of the haunted, spooky mansion, that is kind of a Disney staple, I think it's, I think it does the job. So I am really excited to see this. I don't know if I'm going to make it out to the theater because we have about 6 films we got to watch in the next 5 days. But
That's right.
maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe we will. I don't know. Yeah, we just rode the Haunted Mansion earlier this year, so that'll be fun seeing it come to life on the screen. So check that out. Let us know if you're going to make it out to see Haunted Mansion. Let us know if you saw Barbie and or Oppenheimer. What order did you watch those in? What did you think? How many Oscars is Oppenheimer going to win? Let us know all that stuff in the comments, Discord, social medias, all those things. But for now, Michaela, the countdown has begun, Oppenheimer style. So let's go. Let's take our mead and let's head in to see what this movie's all about. And we'll catch everyone next time in the lobby bar.